How would you like to be part of this gang? This is 15 records that you probably don't see too much of on YouTube, but maybe you do. But I've showed some of these before and some of them I haven't. But this is the Mothers. We're only in it for the money. And this is the original cover, but Zappa didn't want this original cover. He wanted this as the cover, and eventually it became the cover. And obviously it's a takeoff on Sgt. Pepper's. So that's the original one with the original cover that Zappa didn't want. Then we have a Canadian only, and this is Twist and Shout, the Beatles. This is the second album that came out in Canada, and love that cover. It's just, I don't know, it's got She Loves You on it, right? She Loves You, and I love that cover. It's different. And then we have Bob Dylan's first album. You don't see that shown very often, but that's just his first album. And that was the second album I got into by Bob. And boy, I got into it big time, even though it's so different from anything else that came out at the time. I got into it in about 1965, but still did. Then we have Al Cooper with a terrible cover, I think. Some people like the cover. And I Stand Alone. And that's the way I feel on YouTube a lot, but there it is. Not a bad album. It's got some really great tunes on it, like the cover tune. And then it's got some kind of throwaway stuff on it. All in all, it's about a 3-star album, I think. And then the only Three Dog Night album I have, I don't even have a best of. And I bought this when it came out, and it's got One on it. I like that song. One is the loneliest number. And this is my loneliest Three Dog Night album in my collection. So that was called just Three Dog Night, I guess. Then we got Wow by Moby Grape. Showed this the other day in my San Francisco video. And love the cover. Great cover. Not that great an album, but great cover. Then I got Lighthouse. This is, you can hardly see that. It's shiny stuff. And for some reason, I left the shrink wrap on this. The only album I ever left the shrink wrap on. And it must be because of the silver. There's a Lighthouse down here. Canadian band, Skip Prokop. And he was originally in the Poppers. Great. They put out one great, great album. And Lighthouse. And there is a lighthouse down here. It's shiny, though. Doesn't show up very good on camera. Then we have a Stones album. Got Live If You Want It. Boy. It's really live at the time, Screaming. I don't know if they put that in the studio or it was live, actual live, but I mean, it is what it is. It's okay. Then we got Alice Cooper's first album, Pretty's For You, and this was a painting that Zappa had, and I guess it was stolen, so has a little bit of history to it. First time I saw them, they looked just like that. It was at the Toronto Pop Festival in 1969. Surprise band, nobody knew who they were. Boy, it didn't take long for people to find out. Loved it. It was like sci-fi rock at the time. Great. It was just great. Then we have a Norman Rockwell painting with Al Cooper and Mike Bloomfield, my favorite. And that just has a very striking cover. Two faces, two big monumental faces. And that's, well, not the faces. This is Bloomfield. It's a Live Adventures of. Then we have Phil Oakes, folk guy. He had a pretty rough life, Phil did, and he stuck to his guns, though, basically. In folk music, he was very political and tragic, very tragic history. Then we have, this is True Love Ways. I was going to show A World Without Love. This is Peter and Gordon. I grabbed the wrong album, but I do have World Without Love too, and that's over there somewhere. True Love Ways. I got into Peter and Gordon in the first part of their career. Kind of like the folky stuff they were doing, the folk pop, whatever you want to call it. And True Love Ways. And then we have Motherlode, a Canadian band, When I Die. If you haven't heard that single, I've showed this before. Listen to that single, When I Die by Motherlode. Canadian band. Great, great song. Saw them at the Toronto Pop Festival also in 1969. There's a poster right there. Right here, Johnny Winter poster I got at that festival, and it's still around. I hung it everywhere I go. And then we have the Fugs, Virgin Fugs. Pretty, it's a gross out album, basically. But it was always good at a party. I'd put it on just for a big laugh. And this was actually a bootleg, an official bootleg. Band didn't know it was coming out. It's from sessions from their first album. And boy, it's pretty crude, but good for a laugh. Politically incorrect these days. But anyways, then I'm going to, last but not least, I showed this the other day too. Here's another one with silver on it. And this is Quicksilver Messenger Service. And it has the silver. This is their first album. And it has, I really like that album. I love the font. I mean, you can't really see what it is until you really take a close look and you say, I don't know who this is. But you look on the side, and it says Quicksilver Messenger Service. So that's 15 albums that you don't normally see. And, well, I normally see them, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. So long.